Hi guys, welcome back to another one of our 3-month Fit Body 2019 challenge workouts. Today is a core day, so I'm gonna be going over all the moves in today's challenge as well as any modifications or alternatives that you may need. Be sure that you head to the Fit Body app to complete today's challenge. And if you haven't joined us already, head to the description box below to get 1 month free to the Fit Body app, which is where the challenge is at. Alrighty, so we are going to get started with move number 1, which is going to be running knee taps. So you don't need to have your arms out and raise your knees all the way up, but you do want to try to get those knees up and tap each knee. Just be sure that you are keeping your chest up. That's really kind of the majority. Don't feel like you need to raise your knees so high where it throws you off or hurts your hip flexors or anything like that. You're just getting your heart rate up. And for an alternative, you can kind of take out the knee tap part and just run in place, or you can do jumping jacks, whatever is gonna get your heart rate up. All right, now for move number 2, we're gonna do multi-commandos. So we've been doing commandos up to now, and multi-commandos are gonna be a little bit different. So just in case any of you are new here, let me show you what a regular commando is. So a regular commando is where you start in a high plank, go down to a plank, back up, and you want to minimize hip movement. So a multi-commando is different in that you're going to go down here, but then you're going to cross your arms, then you're going to come up. So it just has a little extra layer of difficulty. So high plank, internally rotate your pelvis so that you're not engaging your lower back and that you are engaging your core. Down to a plank, fold your arms over, and up, all right? And through that move, you want to be minimizing any hip swinging. Widen your foot stance if you're having any struggle with that, and that'll make it a bit easier to balance. So it's really gonna engage your core and your upper body. And a modification for that would be first, just doing a regular commando. So we're gonna be removing the arm folding component. So just high plank, down to a plank, and back up, all right? Now, let's say you're like, I am so over commandos, what else can I do? Then you can just do a regular plank. That is still gonna put a lot of stress on your upper body, your shoulders, and your core. So go down to a plank, internally rotate that pelvis. Don't let your upper body sink down. Slightly round your shoulders and keep your body in a straight line, and that is it. All right, move number 3, back up off of the ground, jumping jacks. Get your body moving and your heart rate up again. And any alternatives for this, again, as you should know now, is just anything that's gonna get your heart rate up. So whether that is just running in place, high knee taps, jump rope, or burpee, any of those are a great option. All right, back down on the ground. This is another one of those workouts where your heart rate is getting up just as much from the moves as from getting up and down throughout each move. So we are going to do a knee tuck hold, and you're gonna grab a weight. And in this case, the heavier the weight, usually the better, because it's gonna help you kind of balance. But you don't want it to be so heavy where you can't hold it above your head. So I would say probably like 20 to 30 pounds might be a good range. I would say this 5-pound weight that I'm using is probably not gonna do much to help me balance, but just a side note. So this is where you're gonna end, right here, and you're gonna be holding this, and that's where this weight is gonna help you kind of balance, all right? And it's gonna help you stay in that position. Then you're going to release your legs, keep your back flat to the ground, bring it back up, really squeeze. Inhale, and then exhale as you bring them back, all right? So an alternative would be to drop the weight, and we can just do a lying knee tuck hold with using kind of like our hands placed underneath our bottom to help us balance. So keep that back flat, bring your knees up to your chest, and then back out. One more alternative is to just do a leg raise. So keep those knees straight, lower them slowly and controlled. Keep your back flat to the ground and raise. Time for move number 5. This is going to be the move of the day where it is not a traditional core move, but this is actually one of my favorite strength training moves that is not a traditional core move that really engages your core if you're doing it the right way. And that is a one-arm dumbbell row. And your back can actually handle a lot more weight than say your arms can. So I really want you to go as heavy as you can with this move, and that's where you're really gonna feel your core working. So I would typically do no less than 20 pounds on this move. I would say no more than 30. So that's kind of my range. If you're a beginner, I would go no less than 15, all right? So up to now in the challenge, since I'm working out at home, I have been showing you this move like this, where you have a staggered stance, your back is bent over but not rounded, okay? So chest up and your torso is stable and you're bringing that dumbbell up to your torso, okay? Actually, you kind of want to think about bringing it back because you're not bringing it up to your shoulder, you're bringing it back to your torso, okay? So this is how I've been showing it so far, but I'm gonna bring in a platform because that is the preferred way I would like for you to do this, and that's really where you can focus on that core engagement. So if you have a platform at home, I would prefer for it to be about knee height for this, or if you have a bench at the gym, perfect. So what you're going to do is put one knee on the platform, this leg is gonna go out, okay? And then on the edge, you don't want it to allow you to drag down. You want your chest to be up, but it is gonna be hanging right here, okay? Then you're going to bring this back up to your torso, and you can have a slight bend in the knee right here. All this is for support and stabilization. Back down, and then back up. Now, again, I'm using a 5-pound dumbbell right now, so it's kind of a breeze. When you are using 20 pounds, that's where you're really gonna feel it dragging you down, and that's where you have to work to slow that motion and stop it and not allow you to drag down, okay? So, here, bring it up, pause, and this is where you're gonna feel your lats engaging, but you're also gonna feel your core. So really be sure, as you're lowering and you bring it up, exhale as you bring it up, inhale as you bring it down, and then, so not only are you engaging your lats, but you're engaging your core. And then also place this arm directly beneath your shoulder so that you're not back here and you're not shifted too far forward, okay? Just like that. So for the alternatives, I really want you to do this move. It is one of my favorite moves, but if you're like, I'm not quite there, it doesn't quite feel right, then you can do another move that is going to engage your back, and that would be, for example, a bent over row, just like this. So this is kind of like a 2-arm version of this, and then without the bench. Exhale, inhale. All right, another option, but this is actually, I would say, one of the more difficult back moves, is bent over flies, just like that. All right, so those are your modifications or alternative moves. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to comment below and let me know what your favorite move was from today's challenge. Go crush your workout, and I will see you guys tomorrow.